Welcome back, Slayers, to a new installment of the CCF variant series. This episode will list the Pain Elemental variants with 13 in total. The monsters shown will be tested in the Ultraviolence difficulty, showing the name, spawn code, health, rounded difficulty, spawn rate, speed, and drops. If they have a soundtrack, I will display the song name and the author. The link to the official video that has the link to the mod is in the description. If I leave a detail out for a certain monster, just let me know in the comments. So with that, let's begin. First up is the Soulkeeper, the standard Pain Elemental sprite that is brown with 2 arms and a large single eye and black horns. It is the most common, with standard Pain Elemental sounds with 400 health. First for the movement, it flies around at a slow pace. It has 3 different attacks. First is the point-blank melee attack. The second attack is that it can spit out single fireballs that fly at a standard speed. The third attack, which is its main attack, is spitting out charging terror souls. It does not take much to kill it, just a few regular shotgun shots, or a full quad shotgun shot. It does not spawn souls quickly, so it would take a long time for it to make a moderate-sized crowd of souls. Since they can summon charging souls, they can infight with their own. When they die, they can emit around 3 terror souls. They get the F neutral grade. The Soulkeeper can drop only the rank 1 healing orbs. Second up is the Defiler, same shape as the last variant, but is much darker. It is the second common variant with modified Pain Elemental sounds and 550 health. The movement is the same as the Soulkeeper, flying at a slow speed. It has the melee bite attack, but its ranged attacks are different. Not just with spitting out single forgotten ones that have a faster speed than terror souls, it also has a second ranged attack. It can spit out a couple of homing soul projectiles that you cannot shoot, which can be easily confused with the forgotten ones. Its health is just slightly higher than the Soulkeeper's, not making it hard to kill. You could almost kill it with a full quad shotgun shot and less than a full load of regular shotgun shots. Like others that spit charging souls, they can infight with their offspring. They can also emit more forgotten souls on death. They get the F+ grade. They drop the same items as the Soul Keeper, the rank 1 orbs. Next is the Poison Elemental. It is the shape of a pain elemental without arms. It is uncommon, with growling sounds, and is set to 700 health. It flies at the same slow pace. Not counting the bite attack, it has 2 of its own ranged attacks, one in close range and one for other ranges. The main attack is spitting out charging poison souls, which leave paths of damaging, short-lasting gas clouds and emits those particles in their presence. The other attack is a short-range, damage breath attack that barely does any damage. Since its health is almost twice of the Soul Keeper's, it can survive only a single full quad shotgun blast, but can still be finished off easily. Do not try to kill it up close if you are at low health, as it can not only emit a bunch of poison souls, but also damaging gas clouds around its death area. And just like with other charging offspring, it can fight with them. The Poison Elemental gets the F+ grade. This is the last Pain Elemental variant that drops the same old items, which are the rank 1 orbs. Fourth variant is the Phase Elemental. Same Pain Elemental shape with gray skin and purple details. It is the last uncommon variant, has face and standard Pain Elemental sounds, and has 600 health. Since it is a phase variant, not only can it fly at slow speed, but when it is cloaked, partially invisible, it is faster going at a medium speed. It can bite and can spit out charging phase souls, but its third attack is a virtually useless attack. A wide fork spread of waving clipping phase projectiles that have a small damage flight radius, doing little damage, and could only do damage if you just try to deliberately run right on the shots themselves. Its health allows it to survive a quad shotgun shot. It is not as hard as the others to kill. It's just 100 hit points less than the Poison Elemental. There's not much to worry about the Phase Elemental rather than preventing it from making more phase souls. They get the F+ grade. Not only do they drop the rank 1 healing orbs, but also the Demon Tech Plasma Packs. Time for an interesting one. This is the Bomb Elemental, a rare variant as well as the rest of the list. It has a unique appearance, has StarCraft Defiler sounds and idle boiling sounds, with 850 health. It may fly at a slow speed, but it has a second speed, which I will explain shortly. To list the attacks, first attack is the bite in touch distance. The next attack is a short-range fire breath, which is slightly worse than the poison elemental's breath. It can also spit out explosive, homing fireballs. Its main ability, which is the one that it does the most, is spit out Rictus souls in front of it, which do not charge. Its final attack is when it is at critical health. This is where its secondary speed comes in. It can do a kamikaze charge at you at a fast speed with low homing agility and can explode, dealing a good amount of damage. This is a much harder challenge compared to the others. The fact that it can summon the type of souls assigned to it much more frequently than other non-boss elemental variants makes it harder already, and the fact that since the Rictus souls only charge as a last resort means you will not see them in fight with the Bomb Elemental. This can force you to use heavy weapons to deal with the potential crowd, and you are going to need cover for when the Bomb Elemental fires homing shots, or if it or its offspring do the kamikaze charge. The Bomb Elemental gets an E+ grade. The Bomb Elemental can drop the large rank 1 healing orbs and the Demon Tech Plasma Packs. And now for this twisted looking nightmare fuel, the Broat. It has almost the same shape as the Pain Elemental, but with a tail, plastic and pudgy skin retaining the center eye and horns, but with an added face that has a pair of eyes, a nose, and a sharp-toothed mouth that doesn't open. It is rare, has the StarCraft Defiler sounds, and comes with 900 health. It's faster than others, flying at a medium speed while occasionally shifting its speed to mid-fast while leaving short after images. Its attacks can be sporadic. It does not have any melee attacks, but it can fire standard speed homing fireballs. Other homing fireballs can have a side-waving pattern. It has a third fireball attack, firing a couple of spiraling homing fireballs. Its fourth and strangest attack is somewhat of a fireball shotgun attack with a lightning-fast projectile speed. With that 900 health, it can survive a full Hexa shotgun blast. which could be a bit difficult to avoid with cover because of how fast it is. So use medium level weapons like the explosive minigun to deal with it. When they die, they can spawn 3 wickets from its corpse. The Broat gets an E neutral grade. It can drop a few rank 1 life orbs and a bunch of rank 2 armor orbs. Remember when I said the Greater Wicket and the Observer were Lost Soul exclusive variants? Well, it turns out I was wrong. Meet the Blood Elemental. It has the appearance of the Grell, a floating brain gas bag with only a set of teeth. It is rare, has its own sounds, and comes at 450 health. Not counting the bobbing around, the Blood Elemental floats around in a medium speed. The Blood Elemental has no melee attacks. Instead, it can spit out blood projectiles like the Blood Skulls. Speaking of Blood Skulls, it can spit out a couple of charging Blood Skulls, and it can do it quite frequently. Blood Elemental can also spit out Observers, charging Wicked and Greater Wicked. So that is 4 different enemies it can summon, yet most of the time it will spit out Blood Skulls. While it may not be annoying by itself and having half the health of the Broat, once it starts summoning enemies it can be a pain to deal with, and as said before, since it can summon 2 Blood Skulls at once and spits them more frequently than other elemental variants, this thing can create a crowd in a short time. Best to dispatch it as quickly as possible with a quad shotgun, chainsaw, or explosive minigun. The Blood Elemental gets an E neutral grade. It can drop the exact same items as the Broat, a few rank 1 life orbs, and a bunch of rank 2 armor orbs. Finally, to cover these 2 Hades elemental based enemies, first is the Cerebral Redeemer. It is dark black red with red horns with white inner skin. Rare, has unique sounds, and has 1,300 health. It can fly around at a slow speed, but it also has a short-range teleportation. The Cerebral Redeemer's attacks are somewhat comparable to the Cerebral Cacodemon. It can fire a volley of BFG 11K shots, a BFG shot, and a Demon Tech BFG shot. It has a melee attack which does similar damage as bite attacks from other variants. other attacks that it can do is spit out a 3-volley spread of 3 homing magic shots. It can also spit out a volley spread of non-homing plasma balls. Its signature move that puts it as a Pain Elemental spawn is being able to summon a couple of Hades spheres which float around and intend to suicide explode near the player. They have extremely low health, so they shouldn't take much to destroy. Because that it has heavy health, it's best to use heavy weapons to kill it quickly. As an elemental type enemy, it barely fires its minions, but that doesn't make it safe to be near it. Being close to it can deal massive damage to the player because it can also spawn a bunch of Hades spheres around it when it dies. In the end, it gets the same difficulty as the Cerebral Cacodemon, which is a D+. The Cerebral Redeemer can drop large rank 1 healing orbs, small and large magic essence, Demon Tech Plasma Packs, Demon Tech BFG, and the Hell Staff. Now for the Impure Elemental. Same shape as the last variant, except this time it is black with a light blue skin and blue details. It is rare, has the Hades Elemental sounds, and has 1700 health. It's different from most of the other variants for movement. It can fly at a medium speed and it can also quick strafe. It also counts as a boss variant because of the secondary health bar showing up. This elemental is more annoying than the Cerebral Redeemer. That's because it can spit out impure souls and emit them after death, which is the most annoying non-boss Lost Soul variant. It has a bite attack, which it will mostly never use. It also spits out similar attacks as the Impure Souls. It can spit out a straight fast comet shot, or a couple of homing meteor shots which have good homing agility. It can also spit out a volley of straight fireball shots which can do a lot of damage. If you fight this thing, try to kill it quickly. The explosive minigun works best, and if you don't have it, find cover and use the shotguns instead. You may have to spend time killing the annoying souls that it can spit out, but don't spend too long or it will summon more souls. Killing it will emit even more impure souls. The Impure Elemental gets a D+. It can drop the following: rank 2 armor orbs, large life orbs, large rank 2 armor orbs, and a soul sphere. The Chaos Elemental. It is green with the shape of an overlord, which is a cacodemon-like floating monster with 6 arms. It is very rare, has unique sounds, and starts at 2000 health. may fly slow, however the range of its teleportation is very wide, and it can seem to disappear for a while and attempt to hide away or catch you off guard. It can fire a volley spread of plasma shots. The elemental-based attack is spitting out charging Chaos Souls, which are the toughest non-boss soul types. Its third ranged attack is when it is shown charging and fires an explosive, high-damaging plasma shot. Staying from a distance is recommended as its teleportation can reach you paired up with its explosive shot, which has a good blast radius if you don't have any cover. It is recommended to use heavy weapons, not only for itself, but also for its minions, the Chaos Souls. They are fast, dangerous, and can take a while to kill even one of them, and they can also distract you from the main problem, which is the Chaos Elemental itself, as it can summon more Chaos Souls. And like others, be away from it when it dies. The Chaos Elemental gets a C- grade. It drops large rank 1 healing orbs, small and large magic essence, and the Chaos Essence. Time to list the real bosses in the elementals. The legendary Tormentor. It has the shape of the Overlord, black and gold with blue details, with gold light and gold aura. It is very rare, has the Overlord sounds, and has 1600 health. Firstly, do not let the health fool you. Just because it is 400 health lower than the Chaos Elemental, this beast is hard. The movement of the legendary Tormentor may fly at a medium speed, but it can dash around very fast. Paired up with its somewhat frequent teleportation, and you have a very agile flying powerhouse. The attacks of the legendary Tormentor are abundant. Starting from the weakest attacks, first it can fire a 6 spread of plasma balls. It can also fire volleys of plasma balls with waving patterns. It can also spit out while bouncing lost soul projectiles, some that have homing capability which do very high damage. Next, it can spit out a large spread of thunder projectiles that can all home in onto its target. It can also spit out large plasma balls, which being near it can damage your health, and upon impact, it does large damage and then a while after it lands, does another explosion. One of its most annoying attacks is when it spits out a large line of Terror Souls, Forgotten, Poison Souls, and some Rictus Souls. Lost Souls are not the only thing it can summon. During its green aura phases, it can summon other pain elementals like the Soul Keeper and the Defiler in this state. The other thing about its green phase is that it can heal itself over time. Its most dangerous attacks are its two roaring charge attacks, which it may do in combos. First is the yellow roar charge attack. It can fire a homing legendary soul projectile, which upon impact does extremely high damage, along with a large blast radius which can rival the legendary explosive barrel. The blue charge attack is the most powerful attack. It can fire a large Kamehameha wave-like beam. Not only is a fraction of a second from the beam deadly, but it is also fast, and the path of the beam, not just the impact but the path of the beam, has a blast radius which makes it extremely hard to avoid it without cover. Heavy weapons are extremely recommended against the legendary Tormentor, notably the explosive minigun and especially the BFG-10K. Use demon tech weapons if you don't have access to anything else, otherwise this enemy is a pain in the anus elemental to deal with. Constantly get behind cover, and during its green phase, it is vulnerable to attack, so immediately bombard it with heavy weapons while it is on that state. The souls and elementals it can summon make this variant even more annoying, as that it makes it populate areas that can cause even more of a distraction, so best hope you have weapons like the Demon Tech Devastator to deal with the minions. Its death is more dangerous than the legendary Redeemer because it has a lot of wall bouncing, smart homing soul projectiles that do massive damage. Not only that, it can also spawn a legendary soul from its corpse. The legendary Tormentor is so dangerous that it gets the A+ grade, which is a grade higher than the Enraged Redeemer. The legendary Tormentor can drop the following: legendary orbs, legendary plasmatic cells and cell packs, legendary rifle, Legendary Sphere, Legendary Invisibility Sphere, Legendary Time Freeze Sphere, and one of the 3 Legendary Runes. The hardest variant on this list, the Enraged Legendary Tormentor. It is the same shape as the previous enemy, except not only is it slightly larger, but it has red details instead of blue. It also has a red light and red aura. Second most rare, has unique sounds and spawns at a high 2,300 health. Like the previous variant, it can fly and quick strafe around very quickly and teleport with good range. If the previous was a powerhouse, then this is a fortress. Like all Enraged variants, while it may not have all the exact abilities, they are more powerful and have some new ones as well. Again, from least to most dangerous, it can fire its 6 projectile shots and volley of 6 waving plasma balls. It has the spread of thunder projectiles that start as a straight spread before homing in onto you, which can be used to catch you off guard behind pillars. It retains the wall-bouncing lasso projectiles that can quickly zigzag to your position, knowing that the ones that leave trails are the homing ones. Again, these projectiles do a high amount of damage. Be sure to avoid the large plasma ball that it spits out, and be away from where it lands until it blows up. It can spit out its own soul minions, which are the Enraged Legendary Husks, which have 300 health each. They can charge and just spit out straight fireballs. They can even blow themselves up, doing explosive damage. A new trick that it can do is feign death, which appears to blow itself up with a damaging blast radius before appearing to regenerate. Again, to watch out for its roaring charge attacks. The red aura hints it will spit out a homing charging enraged soul projectile that will explode upon impact. The yellow aura is the most powerful attack, the large powerful fast beam that has an area of effect around its path of flight and can kill you easily. Best hope that you have some legendary runes, because this beast is nearly impossible to beat without having any extra power-ups to assist. While it may not summon pain elementals and a row of lost souls, the husks that it summons can still be annoying and can make you waste your ammo on them. If you do kill them, try to pick up the legendary orbs that they drop. Always move, never stand still in one place for too long. Be far away from the enraged legendary tormentor while being next to cover. may need a heavier weapon than the explosive minigun. A behemoth cannon with homing capabilities or the homing rocket launcher is recommended. The BFG 10K and Demon Tech weapons are still useful against it. Best to have a power sphere to give an extra punch to your Demon Tech weapons and other guns affected by it. Just like the previous, its death has dangerous repercussions, emitting a bunch of smart projectile souls all over the area, as well as spawning enraged legendary souls after its death. The Enraged Legendary Tormentor gets a double A+ grade. It can drop the Legendary Armor Orbs, Enraged Legendary Sphere, Enraged Legendary Plasmatic Rifle, Enraged Legendary Cells and Cell Boxes, Legendary Power Sphere, Legendary Time Free Sphere, Legendary Runes, and the Enraged Legendary Ultra Sphere. Last on the Pain Elemental list is the Nemesis Tormentor. Same shape and size as the Legendary Tormentor, except it is just black and gold with black aura and emits darkness. It is the rarest variant, has unique sounds, and starts at a whopping 4,000 health. What else is there to say about the movement regarding the fast flying and the teleportation from previous variants? Are the attacks worse? Well, let's find out. Starting from the bottom, it has the similar 6 plasma ball volley that have a blast radius. It can also fire a barrage of meteor-esque fireballs. It can also fire a volley spread of medium-sized plasma balls that last for a while upon impact before exploding. The big plasma ball now explodes upon impact and emits moving lightning strikes that last for a while. During flight, the big plasma ball emits thunder projectiles from its side. It retains the spread shots of homing thunder projectiles that have a more wide spread because of their faster speed. The Nemesis Tormentor can also fire a couple of extremely fast shadow bolts, which makes it a good long-ranged attack. For the minions it can spawn, it can spit out a few Nemesis Umbras, which are just black lost souls that have the same sounds as the Chaos Souls. They can charge fast and fire plasma balls at you. They can drop Nemesis Orbs when they die. The other minion that it can spawn is a Nemesis Soul when the Tormentor has about less than half of its health. It can also fire a Nemesis Soul projectile, which seems to have less homing agility than previous ones. Its roaring heavy beam is surprisingly not as dangerous as the other Tormentors, mainly because the path of the beam does not have a blast radius. When a player dies, it gets a certain upgrade, which is pointless when playing solo. By itself and the attacks aren't as dangerous as the others. Only does its health and summoning a Nemesis Soul put it above the legendary Tormentor. The slow waving projectiles it emits after it dies does not pose a great threat either. That and spawning more Nemesis Umbra Souls around it. What makes it weaker than the others is the massive beam. In the end, it gets the AA- difficulty grade. Its items include the Nemesis Orbs, Nemesis Armor Shards, Nemesis Plasmatic Cells and Boxes, Nemesis Rifle, Nemesis Plasmatic Cannon, Nemesis Armor, Nemesis Sphere, Legendary Power Sphere, and a Legendary Rune. That is finally it for the Pain Elemental variants. For time to come, the next episode will list the Hell Knight variants. So to all of you good slayers, keep ripping and tearing and have a great life.